Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing Mono Red Neheb. I haven't actually played a Mono Red deck in a long time, and also I do still have my headphones here, or my headset. I have a mic coming in today, so I'll be able to get that all set up for tomorrow for either the stream tonight. But Mono Red Neheb, this is actually a deck I built right away, and I've been pushing it off because everyone always is angry when someone plays Mono Red, and it's not terribly different from the typical mono red deck, except for we have Krenko in here, we have Neheb, mobilized districts, and we're playing a little bit more like run amok, trying to get damage through creatures versus just going off with burn and everything like that. Anyway, so this is a super fun deck. Also, we also have Heartfire. Heartfire is another way that we can just deal 4 points of damage rather than 3 for 2 mana instant speed, but we have to kill a creature to do so. Anyway, there's some cool new cards that did come in mono red, but at the same time, we're not going to go away from their typical, like Lava Runner, Runaway Steamkin, Chain Whirlers, Pyromancer, Lightning Strikes, things like that are still amazing, so we're going to be doing it. And I haven't fine-tuned this one just yet because I haven't played it a lot. I don't typically play Mono Red all that often. And does Neheb take over the spot of Experimental Frenzy? Probably not, but we're going to play it in this deck in that spot anyway. So what Neheb does, it has Trample. It's a 4 converted mana cost, 5/4 with Trample, which is decent stats for a 4-drop in a mono red deck. It's actually pretty good. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana through the steps and phases, so you can have it after into your second main phase and end step. But the main point of this is that you can hopefully get rid of a couple of extra lands that you didn't want. Discard, maybe a couple of things like discard the lands, hopefully draw into a Heartfire, Lightning Strike, something like that, and ping him in for the last points of damage. I think I do need to go down a couple run amucks here. I remember that I did play through this earlier, and I had it for the idea of just being able to pump Krenko, but it's not good enough to have that many of them. So we're going to go back up, Lightning Strikes, I think. Do we want the Wizard Lightning over that? I think it's 3 Lightning Strikes is good. All right, there we go. So that's the deck. Here we go. Wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. All right, up against P Moon. Bring it on, Moon. For P. And we're playing our Lava Runner. Oh yeah, this is good. Mono Red Neheb. We have our pieces. Light up the stage is Beautimus. And yeah, we're in great shape. We're gonna keep that. Go Lava Runner. And I am playing this in free-to-play mode. I know a lot of people saying don't play mono red decks in here, and maybe I should go over to ranked. I just have noticed that I actually have been enjoying the quality of gameplay over here so much more recently. Let's see, do we want to shock light up the stage beforehand, or would we prefer to just kind of do that on later turns? Let's go ahead and just get down another wizard for the moment. Swing in. Down to 17 past the turn. It might have been better to shock, light up the stage, and get him up to 2 power. But I wanted more lands to actually be able to utilize the light up the stage. So let's shock. This feels like an absorb to me. So let's just throw out the other shock here. It's not like it's going to go towards any creatures unless they have the Thief of Sanity. All right, swing in for 4, down to 9. Oh man, this feels so much like an absorb. We're gonna go for it. They didn't counter the others. I wasn't sure if they actually put any stops. All right, as long as it's not absorb, I'm actually okay with that. We have Neheb for next turn. All right, Cry of the Canarium. Boo. Let's get down Neheb. Pass the turn. And now the question is, do we want to hold on to this? Ooh. All right. Probably going to have to bounce Neheb, and then we can swing at him with Lava Runner. Oh, there we go. So kill Teferi. and swing in for 2. Down to 7, past the turn. Eldest Reborn, okay. Sack here, that's cool. Another Pyromancer, not bad at all. Alright. So Neheb comes next. Down to 3. We know that we have threats to draw into. Don't need to discard anything. They can bring back a creature. Pyromancer is all that they have available. Okay, drawing cards main phase. This is awesome. Alright, they have not been able to kill any of these creatures. There we go. Good game, good game, good game. Very aggressive start that we had there, and it was very lucky that they didn't have that absorb. If they had an absorb there, it might have been... Maybe I should have just not played into it. But I feel like you want to go for the value if you can get it. Alright, up against Silence. Bring it on. Sound, silence. Darkness, my old friend. Alright, here we go. So we have Pyromancer, Skewer. Yeah, there's some good stuff here. We probably will play Pyromancer on turn 3 to get the Skewer off as well. Maybe, yeah, we'll see here. I guess we might want it to be able to swing in. We'll see what we're playing up against. White. Okay, yeah. We're probably just going to have to be getting some burn in. Chain Whirler. Cool. Tithe Taka. Okay. That might make us use this Lightning Strike now. Or maybe just the Pyromancer. I guess it's just Pyromancer. We're fine trading off with anything. We would like to get rid of the Tithe Taker so then we can get rid of it again with the Chain Whirler. Perfect. And now, Chain Whirly guy, so good. Love it. Yep, makes Vanguard, deals 4 points of damage to himself. That's always great. We'll utilize that as much as we possibly can. And let's see what he's got. The biggest issue is things that grow his guys. If we find land, we're probably just going to play Neheb just because it's big enough to threaten any of his people. He brings himself down to 11 to trade off with a Chain Whirler here. We'll say no blocks. This is the best blocker for the Knights when they try to swing in. Let's see here. We want to go for light up the stage. I guess we do. So let's go Pyromancer. It's a good blocker for the Knights or the Vanguard. If it does 4 points of damage or 6 points of damage by blocking here, exactly what we want. And then let's just light up the stage for Spectacle. Trying to find that extra land so we can kind of play around this a little bit better. Heartfire is awesome. I want to go face here. How many points of damage do we have? Another blocker here wouldn't be terrible. Let's play Lava Runner and swing in with Chain Whirler and Lava Runner. Yeah, let's do that. So, if he wants to trade off with a Knight for the Lava Runner, totally fine. Oh, we don't have enough to do it. We'll swing in there. We can still block Knight, block Vanguard, and that's fine. Down to 10. The worst things are like Unbreakable Formation or whatever, the ways that they can grow their guys. That would be bad, but I think that getting them down to 10, we have Heartfire for next turn. We played a creature that we don't care to have die as well, so that we can get more 4 points of damage in. So yeah, we'll see here. They might actually want to get rid of some of our creatures here because of the Heartfire. Mobilize District is awesome. It has like a crowd cheering, really? Awesome. All right, let's see here. This is instant speed, so we can attack and trade favorably here. We attack in, they could triple block on Chain Whirler. We can kill something and then fire him in. I mean, if he blocks unwisely here, we might just have lethal. So let's go ahead and swing in. We can get damage, spin these before and get Lava Runner the extra points of damage as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and swing in. He lets it all through. Okay. All right, we're not gonna pump him just yet. All right, so actually now we heart fire. Sack here. Just to grow the Lava Runner. I mean, this gives lethal as well. And then we'll Lightning Strike. There we go. Perfect. We had all sorts of damage available there. Not blocking was not what I expected. But even if he did block anything, we still gained control. We would have gotten at least some points of damage through. He knew that we had the Heartfire. So yeah, that was... I mean, he should have calculated the Heartfire into that, but oh well. Up against Tetuno. Bring it on, Tetuno. And we are playing Mono Red Neheb. And hey, we've not seen these guys yet, so I guess we keep it. I'm not sure I love the Run Amucks in this hand. Honestly, it's probably pretty bad, but the strength of double Steamkin, not too shabby at all. And we can swing in pretty favorably with the Runaway Steamkins and Run Amucks, even against really big creatures, if they had any, which it's not looking like that's going to happen. Let's hope that this is Azorius rather than Esper or Bant. Alright, so Steamkin. Get a counter, swing in for 2. Light up the stage. Counters on each. Lava Runner and Krenko. Ooh, Krenko's so good. Oath of Kaya. Okay, kills the Steamkin. And do we play this Krenko into a... Ah, man. I'm not sure we should play it, but we're gonna. Okay, Lava Runner. Okay, next, swing in. See, how much mana could we get onto this? Let's actually not spend any of it just yet. Down to 17. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. I don't want to make him smaller. Like, I want him to survive a Cry of the Canarium if it comes. If not, we would like to have these Run Amucks onto the Krenko. And, yeah, that would make life pretty sweet. Okay, Mortifies. Well, in that case, we will absolutely spend the mana to strike your face. Oh, man, we're going to get Krenko? Yes! We're going to get a massive Krenko, too. Oh, dude. Okay, here we go. All right, so hold control here, because sometimes it doesn't let me respond to this trigger here. So Run Amok, submit, Run Amok. There we go. All right, so we have a little bit of a big boy. We're gonna have 8 tokens come down. That's cool. So unless they have a Cry of the Canarium now, we're in great shape. And it even keeps our Krenko alive. So, I mean, Kaya's Wrath, of course, is good. Take off full control. I mean, we have Shock in hand as well. So if we find another burn spell, we just have them. Okay, Teferi. Oh, perfect. All right, that's just game. Yeah, bounce it to our hand. That's fine. We have 8 guys on the battlefield, dude. Yep. Oh, man, that was awesome. Krenko is my favorite card, and that is why. All right, up against Alex. Bring it on, Alex. And we are playing Mono Red Neheb. So I have a story to tell you guys. So I finally convinced my wife to try out some video games. I wanted her to. So we're doing a challenge. I've been wanting to lose weight as well, but I just haven't had the motivation to do so. So I did a challenge with my wife where we are going to try and. Ooh, Johnny's welcome. Uh-oh, this might be bad. We are going to play Steamkin still, though. If I can lose 15 pounds before she can finish Zelda or Mario Odyssey, I gave her option for both. If I can lose 15 pounds before she does that, then she has to mow the lawn next time. Anyway, so that's what we're trying to do. All right, gains a couple of lives. That's cool. Mobilize district. Let's see here. I guess we just kill the lifelinker. It gives him way too much value. And we get to grow these guys, get in more damage. And that's further away from Legion's Landing. I'd like to save that for like a Johnny's Pride Mate or like a Gideon that might come down here. History of Benalia. Uh-oh. Yep. Let's see here. Risk factor, it would be good as well. Let's hold off on the risk factor. Let's just play Lightning Strike here. Trying to get in as much damage now so then we can keep pressuring him later on. And we might just fire off the risk factor with the Steamkin anyway. And the cool thing too is that we can actually activate this mobilized district as well. So pass the turn. So we can risk factor with this one, spend the 4 mana to activate mobilized district if needed. We're actually looking for land so that we can do that next turn anyway. Because the extra 3/3, really good at this point. All right, another History of Benalia. Good job, dude. Alrighty. Anyway, so which team are you rooting for? Me or my wife's? Who do you think could actually finish each one first? My wife doesn't spend a lot of time towards video games, so she was like... Alright, so let's risk factor here. Anyway, so I think that I'm going to have the upper hand as far as time goes, honestly. So we'll see. Alright, down to 14. We don't have anything to discard, so pass to my turn. Lightning Strike... Let's see here. How can we do this? So I guess we try swinging in first. Yeah, let's swing in. I mean, they have to block. All right, so they double block there. Okay. So if we kill one of them, this guy lives, we get in 5 points of damage. They're going to get one more guy back, gain 2 life, and then play something else. Is there any way that we can just get in enough damage now is the question. We can spend this for risk factor, get maybe 4 points of damage or 3 cards. Let's just, let's see here. We can try to still make this guy big enough. Let's go for that. So let's go Steamkin. Oh, I know, because then we have to discard the Lightning Strike. I guess we can hold off on it. Let's just Lightning Strike one of them. It clears up their board a lot. The biggest thing is that with these 2 of Johnny's welcomes out, every turn that we let them live is pretty bad for us overall. Pass the turn. Just because, I mean... They're gaining life every instance. Yep, gains the life, throws the dork, doesn't matter. He has summoning sickness. I would be interested in seeing like History of Benalias with the new Samet or something like that, just to give these guys haste or anything like that. Like where it's like token generation with haste would be pretty powerful actually. Benelich Marshal. Okay. Alright, I think land for Mobilized District might just be the best thing. We might fire off the Risk Factor instead. Which, having another 3/3 body swinging in puts a lot of pressure on these guys. Alright. That is the land. We can either play the Risk Factor or use Mobilized District. Mobilized District trades off with any one of their guys, but it doesn't let our Steamkin get out of range as well. So let's go ahead and Risk Factor. Discarding the mountain. And we can still swing in with our two Steamkins, which is pretty powerful. And they're having to decide if they want to go down to 7. Yeah, that's totally fine. I guess we should have held up the Mobilized District still here as well, but we'll just swing in with these guys, just playing smart magic for the moment. Lava Runner would just get blocked and dies. So the smart play here is to like double block with Healer's Hawk. We're actually going to get rid of the Hawk instead, I believe. Let 4 in, they gain 2 life here. I do think we have to get rid of the Healer's Hawk. Pass the turn. Yeah, I think that was necessary. This is swing in for a million. Resplendent Angel, okay. Gains 2 life. And they're 1 land away from making that work, which they can swing in the next turn, flip this, and use it. Yeah, I think that they shouldn't go too aggressive here. Swinging in with Ben Ellish Marshall, I think, makes it a little bit worse for them. They have good enough blockers for this Lava Runner. We're going to hold on to him for a turn just to see if we can find a Lightning Strike, which it might be our saving grace against the Marshall. So, pass to my turn. Pyromancer A. Let's see here. How can we do this? For 1 turn off. Alright, so play Pyromancer, and they're going to gain so much life next turn. Because all they have to do is flip this. I mean, we're going to wait and see if they make the right decision with that. We're going to swing in with Steamkin, try to keep the pressure on. I guess I should have swung in first just to see if I could bait out it being a strike instead, so they didn't have lethal next turn. I mean, they don't quite have lethal because we can block these 2 guys, but still. Alright, blocks with the Knight. That actually is good for us. That's actually great, because now, even if they end up gaining 6 life, we have a lot of power on the battlefield. Oh man, but they create an Angel as well that's going to come in with the Johnny's Welcome. Alright, that actually means they cannot make this work. They also couldn't have flipped the Legion's Landing. So, he actually might be in okay shape here. I didn't think about that. They weren't able to swing with 3 creatures with the Knight. Alright, pass to my turn, and now I think if we mobilize District, we have enough. I guess we have lethal here as well, so we just swing in with everything. Just making sure we have it. Alright, yep, swing in. Alright, blocks there. Blocks from these guys. I was trying to do it in a fancier way, like trying to get Mobilized District and Skewer the Critics going as well, which we could have done, but I think that there was a better chance of a possibility of us losing that way. So anyway, we did get the win. That was a harder matchup. I feel like I mean, they did draw a lot of action. They drew a lot of a lot of things that weren't lands, at least. And we just were able to put on the pressure. So that was awesome. All right, so 4 games, 4 wins for Mono Red Neheb. And we didn't really get to see Neheb go off like crazy, but we did get to see Krenko, and that's what matters. Is Krenko is still awesome. We did have Neheb come down. I think that someone scooped at that point, or I had lethal from other sources. And I mean, Neheb, that's the best thing about Mono Red right now, is that it's so aggressive early game that a lot of times you don't even need to get to turn 4. You know, by that time you're killing them if you had a good hand. And if not, then Neheb is a good piece that can get you towards the late game stuff. And so that's kind of the whole purpose of it. And it looks like my baby's awake, so I gotta go. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.